ASWA faithful, this is your esteemed ring announcer Cody White welcoming you to the official contract signing for the Universal title match between champion Sweet Dream Sless Taylor and his challenger, the Redneck Kid, Robby Collins. Today we'll make official this most athletic match for you, April 9th at the Malabar School Gym in Mansfield, Ohio. Now, before we make this title match official, we want to hear some comments from both of our challengers. First, we'll go to the champion, Sless Taylor. Sless, welcome.
Hey Cody, thanks so much for having us here. I really appreciate this big shindig we're having. It's pretty cool. Comments, I guess, on the event. I'm excited for the match. I think it's going to be an epic match. I know it's going to be an epic match. And the thing that makes me so excited about it is because I've watched this guy grow up in the wrestling, and we've worked out together. I know he's, like I've said it before, he's one of the pound for pound strongest guys in the ASWA, and I think that it's going to be a good matchup between them. So I think I'm going to teach this old hunting dog a few new tricks. April 9th.
Intriguing words from the champion, and now we shall hear from the challenger, Robby Collins. Robby, your thoughts?
Well, I tell you what, I can't wait for this opportunity. Like Sless has mentioned, we train together. But recently, since this match is coming up, we have not trained together. I don't want him knowing what I got in store for him, and I'm sure he doesn't want me knowing what he's got in store for me. So it's going to be a great match, I tell you what.
All right. Now, gentlemen, you spoke about your training. We actually have some questions for our ASWA fans. And the first question comes from Bill from Ashland, who actually wants to know, what are you doing differently in your training regimen to prepare for this unique challenge? Sless, we'll start with you.
Well, they say fight fire with fire. So one thing that I'm doing differently is instead of just drinking protein shakes and just doing the physical, lifting and working out in the ring, I'm also drinking a lot of beer. Because that's what Robby loves to do, drink that beer and have a good time. So I've been doing that, got to fight fire with fire.
Thank you, Sless. And Robby, it sounds like you're keeping your strategy close to the chest, but is there anything you wish to share with the ASWA fans?
Well, you're right, I do love to drink some beer. But what you forgot, I'm getting all jacked up on some Mountain Dew. I got a little new secret in the back pocket of mine. But that's about all I'm going to tell you, because I ain't letting you know what's all on my training regimen right now.
Fair enough.
Man, a few words. But Robby, I have another question from you, and this comes from Henry from Canton. Henry wants to know, given your relationship with Sless Taylor, does this match become more personal for you, given that you guys have trained and have become friends over the past several months?
Well, Hank, that's a good question. To be honest with you, I don't think it makes it any more personal than what it already is. We're fighting for that, the Universal title. That in its own is prestigious. However, am I a little worried that this might put a damper in our friendship? Not at all. Like I said, he's going to give it his all, I'm going to give it my all. And you guys are going to have to come to the show and find out for yourselves.
Gotcha. Now, Robby, a follow-up question for you. This comes from Candace from Orville. Candace wants to know, given that you were the one that allowed Sless into the title match at Saturday Night Slam, do you feel regret for allowing him in that match, given he walked away with the championship?
Well, when I got back to the locker room that night, watched the replay and whatnot, I noticed Nick Brutal had taken me out with some brass knuckles. Do I have a regret? No. The way I saw it, Sless was the rightful champ anyways. He beat Nick previously and got screwed over. So the way I see it, it's karma. Good things happen to good people. Everything comes back around. So.
Thank you very much, Robby.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Kind words from the champ to the challenger. And now, Sless, a couple of fan questions for you. Let's see, we have a question from Frank from Worcester. Frank wants to know, what does it feel like after 2 years of working and competing in the ASWA? How does it feel to finally win a championship?
What's up, Frank? Thanks for the question. It really feels good. I mean, it's been a long time, and I've tried everything. You know, dirty, underhanded tactics, and playing it clean. And man, it feels good to say I did it on my own without any help. And whatever you can say whatever you want about the brass knuckles. I didn't see them, and I do apologize, and that's why I've issued this rematch, basically, or this new challenge to Robby, because that wasn't fair. But to answer the question, it feels great, and it feels like I finally have proof that I am as good as everyone says I am. You know, does that make sense?
It does.
Thank you.
Very clear answer. We have time for one more question, and this comes from Ashley from Cleveland. A big fan of yours, Sless, but Ashley is concerned for you. She wants to know if you were worried about losing your championship to Robby Collins at Spring Stadium.
Thanks for the question, Ashley. I'm not so much worried. If it comes down to it, I mean, the best man's going to win. So if it comes down to it and I lose, then thank God I lost to the better man and my best friend. But I'm going to do everything I can to win. But to answer your question, no, I'm not worried. It's gonna come down to who's trained harder, who's put in more work, and like I said, the best man's going to win.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the time for talking is over. It is now time to make official this match for April 9th at Spring Sting. Sless Taylor, would you do the honors of signing the contract first? It has been signed by the champion. Now, the challenger, Robby Collins, will you sign the contract? Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The champion and the challenger are set for April 9th at the Malabar School Gym in Mansfield, Ohio. Spring Sting is coming to you, and we will see one of the most athletic and challenging Universal title matches in ASWA history. Don't miss it. Tickets are on sale at ASWAlive.com. We'll see you at ringside.